Okay, it's time to pay my bills. I mean, make a nutshell video. Is my channel still alive? There must be some kind of mistake. Oh well, let's run this series into the ground while I still can. Welcome to a game I like to call not Destiny 2, so ultimately irrelevant console RNG slot machine. I'm your host, TH3, aka Monotone Complainy Guy, aka Titan Slayer, aka Fish Flopper, aka Sword Slapper. I know the titles are unusual, but I assure you I'm kind of a big deal. And definitely not insane. Jez, when's the next nutshell video? The new official way to greet me in any format, be it Twitch chat, Twitter, or YouTube comments. At least it must be, because that's all I ever hear from anyone ever. After successfully dodging it for 37 days, it's time to get back on the horse, or maybe pony. I think I'll call it butt stallion. I don't think that's been done before. Hashtag pioneer, hashtag jokes are hard. No more preamble, Jez. You're only trying to delay this intro, so you don't have to start adding text to the top of the screen, because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Welcome to Wrath of the Machine in a nutshell. Blah, funny joke, blah. Okay, wow, I'll start. Geez, just trying to have some fun. The raid always starts with Foundry 113 and this giant eye thing. Like, what actually is that if not a giant dead Kirby corpse? Either way, it's extremely rude for staring, and you can be sure my lawyers will be talking to the relevant SEVA authorities when this is all over. Immediately, a teammate dies for seemingly no reason, which is a perfect setup for how the rest of this raid will go. Vosic enters, but it's a full 2 minutes before we realize we only have one runner, so I get my Nikes on and pretend like I actually know this raid. The bombs are up, and I cannot for the life of me remember how to throw it, frantically pressing every button. I eventually remember it's shoot, which makes perfect sense. Too bad I get absolutely KO'd in the process. 1v1 me, Vosic. I usually slay Titans, but I'll make an exception for you. And that stupid triangle on your shoulder, you look like a bold TP wearing monk. Now with a taste for my blood, Vosic tries to teleport directly on top of me. Little does he know I'm a shade step spamming god. It wouldn't be WOTM without a teammate flying in from nowhere to take my voltage and cause me to die immediately. Then my teammate pops super, but I steal his kills because teamwork is important and I'm just thoughtful like that. It's the second damage phase, but I prefer intimidation to DPS, always have, so I let my teammates do the work while I look really menacing. It seems to work well. Scotty immediately dies, self-reses, and dies again because that's just the kind of player he is. I go back because Scotty legitimately doesn't know the way. There's always that one teammate who raids all the time but still has no idea what's going on. Sure, he would fail this next jump as well. He surprises me by accidentally bouncing off the opposite wall. How is that even possible? I finish off the jumps while my teammates try relentlessly to push me off the edge like I'm Atheon in Year 1 Vault of Glass. Starting the next section, Downey falls immediately to his death yet again. At least he's consistent about it. An appropriate amount of grieving and teabagging his orb follows. I panic and slam my first orb directly into the face of a Dreg. I mean, why was he standing so close? Doesn't he know we're mortal enemies? Have you ever gone from full health to dead before you can even say, I think they know who I am, obviously targeting me, SMH. We spawn in and Downey forgets which hunter jump he has on, resulting in another death. I consider kicking him out of frustration, but can't be bothered to find another teammate, so he stays for now. Upon respawn, Scott essentially does the same thing as Warlock, and I give up all hope of ever completing this raid. Eventually we miss a monitor because what fireteam doesn't? If only someone would just install Norton antivirus software on these bad boys, we could all go home. As if reading my mind, the following round, Vosic DDoSes us, really immature to be honest. Bungie, swing that ban hammer if you don't mind. Obvious lag switch is obvious. We go back to orbit. I can't remember how to launch the weekly raid. It's been a while. I find it eventually though. What a PvE god. While waiting for the next round to start, from what I can gather, my dancing teammate was pushed off the edge by another teammate. Rule number 1, never dance next to an edge. What a rookie. After what might have been an hour, we finally complete a full damage phase and activate the clean rooms. Is this what it feels like to be Dado? Right when it looks like we might do this, tragedy strikes. People get caught outside a clean room and Scotty, rather than killing himself to then self-res, decides to grieve because I guess it's way funnier. Now it's my turn to grieve, and I assure you it's 30 wipes past my comedic version. This one is so salty, Salt Lord Rabi V would have been proud. I called that I had first tether, so naturally someone else tethered at the same time because communication is irrelevant. 2 damage cycles in and someone accidentally throws one of the orbs prematurely, resulting in 4 teammates dying. Needless to say, I regret ever returning to this accursed raid. I never liked PvE or my team or this game or this channel. Okay, things got a little out of hand there. I do apologize. Or do I? After all, I'm Monotone Complainy Guy, the true innermost expression of Jez. The positivity is all a ruse. Fooled you all. I'm a master of deception. By the way, how good is the word ruse? I just love to say it. Next round we spawn in and Downey immediately dies because it seems his life mission is to be the worst hunter of all time. He's extremely close, I'll give him that. Being the jokester he is, next round Scott does the same thing, only to self-res right before I can unmod, unfriend, block, and report him for cheating, griefing, and bad connection. By the way, I know you can't believe at this point in the video we're still on Vosic, but I assure you this is how it happened in-game, and therefore you will all suffer with me. We failed to shoot another monitor again because, let's face it, we hate ourselves and no one really believes we'll ever beat this stupid bold TP-wearing monk at this point. I spend a little too long shooting at Vosic, mostly out of spite, and go to the wrong side, resulting in a team wipe. Don't judge me, we've all been there. Blinded by salt and a total lack of focus. At precisely 1 hour, 9 minutes and 22 seconds into the recording, we kill Vosic to everyone's surprise. And I feel like I just found a Year 1 Gjallarhorn. Downey, thinking he's the funniest Guardian alive, pushes me off the final final beam, and I finally do what I've been itching to since he first died for no reason. Boot his ass back to orbit. We say goodbye to all frames and welcome the new PowerPoint slideshow engine as we attempt to kill the Death Zamboni, aka Praying Mantis Bulldozer, aka how did this giant machine even get on top of the Cosmodrome wall? It makes no sense. It's at this point my teammate Akuma says we should just, quote, dab on all the haters, unquote. I spent some time pondering what this could possibly mean as we slaughter countless dregs at approximately 1 frame per second. I watch in awe as Akuma does all of the damage ever with his extremely fair and reasonable super known as Jesus, but way more powerful. I obviously have zero idea what I'm doing as I walk the drive shaft way past where it actually needs to go. I thought the Fallen was supposed to be good with machinery. Why is this Mantis Frog machine so poorly put together? I mean, let's get some quality control up in here. How hard is it? We do the thing and drive the thing off the cliff like any responsible group of friends with no driver's license would. I play my favorite minigame called trying to make this jump in one go when I disintegrate every bone in my body, but LOL, ghosts are overpowered. There's always one teammate who goes AFK right in front of the door because finishing the raid in under 4 hours is just a massive waste of time, IMO. I continue my reign as Jez the no-scoper, scoper of all knows, trust me it makes sense, by firing 2 warning shots either side of this Vandal 100% on purpose. Your Honor, I'd also like to strongly disagree with Axis here. I know I threw this one right on the buzzer, but clearly the ball left my hands in time. There's no way we should have wiped. Who the hell is refereeing this game anyway? I go in my menu again for the 3rd time this round, to which my teammates ask what the hell I could possibly be doing in there, to which I respond, getting things done. We finish the can you throw some balls at the thing section with relative ease and are promptly rewarded with like a million ghost shells. Considering how rare and important ghosts seem to be, these things really drop like candy around here. The question is asked, do we want to go for the challenge mode? To which I respond, I would rather drink bleach made of fire. It's been like 3 hours. Let's just finish this so I can move on with my life. The dreaded 2 people empowered at mid happens while simultaneously I miss 5 point blank shots on a shank barely moving. No one rotates, resulting in a wipe, but I'm too busy swearing vengeance on every shank ever. My beef with Titan's over. I'm now Jez the Shank Slayer, slayer of all shanks. Dear Shanks, I'll shank you if it's the last thing I shanking do. Sincerely, Jez. Okay, one more. Shanks, more like skanks, am I right? I don't know how many times I was allowed to say the word shank this video, but I think it's safe to say I've used up my allowance for at least the rest of my career. Any and all uses of the word shank will be censored from now until the end of time. Also looking forward to YouTube inevitably demonetizing this video, LOL income, RIP channel, and SMH platform. Sorry about the acronyms. That reminds me, follow my Twitch for yearly streams at TH3Jez because it's only a matter of time before making money from gaming content on YouTube is completely impossible. I know what you're thinking. For a monotone complainy guy, he sure does complain a lot, and well, you're absolutely right. There's no joke here, just cold hard facts. We wipe again because reasons, and I'm still having more fun than King's Fall, so I guess it's not a big deal. Downey, continuing his career as the worst hunter of all time, falls off the edge again, and I'm stoked because I have infinite time and would prefer we just wipe endlessly instead of actually completing this raid. Siva Density Critical, aka my 3 favorite words. I'm sure this will be another wipe, but we sneak a bomb in at the last millisecond because I just wasn't stressed enough already. It doesn't matter, no one was empowered mid, so we miss a whole damage rotation. How important is DPS? I'm pretty sure it's optional, especially on bosses. In my anger, I almost fly straight past the platform, but this time, jump button, you're mine. How do you like me now, you little bitch? I'm almost dead, just kidding, shade step. Another successful damage phase, and then Akuma pulls off the prank of the century by failing this jump, having us abuse him for 20 seconds, and then self-resing, no big deal. This is it, the final moments. I can taste victory more than I can taste my own soul, which is saying something, and we do the thing. Axis falls like the fat, oversized spider that he is. Or was. I grieve because I honestly can't believe we did it. Total time was about 90 minutes. Overall, it was actually pretty fun. Let's raid again next week. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like leaving things, or don't. Nothing really makes me happy. Except the ultra sexy patrons on screen now who demand I keep my channel alive, despite itself, by generously supporting me month after month. Really appreciate you guys. Updates to the Patreon coming soon. Click one of the other Nutshell videos on screen now because it's the only good content I have, and I know you like wasting time or you wouldn't be here. I'm the Jez. God bless you, super cute. I'm out.